Hi everybody, it is Janelle with Authentic Retail Results here with another Retail Minute coming at you. Today's topic, it seems kind of elementary, but it's actually super important. We're going to talk about greeting customers. Now, it's one of those things, like I said, it doesn't seem like it's that big of a skill, but actually think about it, it sets the entire tone for the customer's visit to your store. So the goal with our greeting is to make the customer feel welcome and to open them up to conversation, right? So the thing with the greeting is if you come on too strong, it's a bit of overkill. But if it's not enough, you just look rude and they feel unwelcome. So there is a happy medium. So how do we do this? My advice is to treat our customer like you would treat an esteemed guest who comes into your home. Think about it. So you're in your living room or what have you, the doorbell rings or someone knocks on the door. It takes you whatever time it takes you to get where you are in the home to the front door. You open the door. I mean, assuming that it's most people that you want to see, you would smile. Hello, it is so good to see you. Thank you for coming. Come on in, right? And maybe at that time you'd even be like, hey, can I take your coat? Which, by the way, you can absolutely do in your store. Absolutely. Well, if you're an apparel store, you probably have some hangers, but you can definitely grab a hanger, offer to put their coat on it and hang it somewhere. We can cover this in another Retail Minute, but the less people have in their hands, the more likely they are to pick things up in your store. So let's make it easier for them to do that. Okay, so they've entered the store. You've greeted them like an esteemed guest in your home. What are some things to avoid? Okay. Real talk here. The worst way to greet a customer is, hi, can I help you? Oh my gosh. Point number one is let's make them feel welcome and open them up to conversation. When you say, can I help you? That immediately, as I'm walking in as a customer, that immediately gives me the opportunity to say, nope, you can't help me. Well, how do you get out of that, right? If someone comes into your store and you're like, hi, can I help you? No. Well, now you have to be very creative in order to get them to open up to a conversation again. Now, the other thing is a psychological tip. Human beings, we're all wired to avoid accepting help. Weird. I think it's a flaw, but that's just the way our minds go. We don't want to sort of admit that we're helpless or we need assistance with something, right? So as working in a store, be welcoming to someone, but, don't imply that you think that they are helpless, right? I know that you're not implying that by saying, can I help you? Because it's just ingrained in our minds, but be very, very conscientious of the wording that you do use. Now, the second thing to avoid is, hi, how are you? Why? Why do you avoid saying that, Janelle? Because I can't really answer that with a yes or no. Well, that's true, but here's the problem with hi, how are you? Your customer might actually answer that question, and you don't want to know how they actually are in many cases. So do not ask, how can I help you? And don't ask, how are you doing? Okay? So what to do? Be welcoming, smile, match the customer's energy. Right? Someone might come in that is, as energetic as I am right now. Hi, how are you? Those people I find a lot easier to communicate with. There might be someone who is like a little bit more reserved. Well, that's a person where you have to match their energy. So you can't be as, greet them like an excited golden retriever, right? That has to be more of a cat greeting, right? Just a little bit less energy. Ultimately, what you need to do, though, is be authentic, right? Because that's the easiest way to continue your conversation and to continue helping this person feel welcome in your store. So a few different types of greetings. There's just the friendly welcome where it's like, welcome in. It is great to see you. Bonus points if you know the person's name and use it. Hey, not thank you. Well, you could say thank you. Hi, Sharon. It's great to see you. Thanks for popping in, right? Another type of greeting is find something in common, right? I always defaulted to the weather or sports. So weather, wow, what a windy day. You blew right on in here. Holy smokes. Do you remember the last time it was this windy? There you go, conversation starter. Another one is sports teams. Hey, happy game day. How about those Bears or Lions or Cubs? If you're not into sports, rule of thumb, seems like you can just choose an animal and it's a sports team somewhere, so you're safe. So that's another way to greet your customer. A really nice one is with a compliment. Hi there. Oh my gosh, I love your nails. I love that color. It is perfect for fall. Where do you get your nails done? right? And that's another conversation starter. Might not work with, quite as many gentlemen that walk into your store, but that's okay too. Maybe you can find something like, like a combination of the compliment and the next topic, which is a connection. And that is, someone walks in with, say, a Budweiser t-shirt into your store, and it's like, hello there. I see you're a Budweiser kind of guy. Me too, right? Whatever. Or another one, if someone walks in with, say, a coffee, ooh, hello, I see you've got your Starbucks. I grabbed one on the way in this morning. How excited for pumpkin spice latte season are you? Right? So that's another fun way to connect with people. And even if they say, I'm not excited, it can be like, oh, well, you know what? That's okay too. What's your favorite flavor? I really like, there's like I used to get like a white chocolate mint something. I'm legit not making that up, but I don't know if Starbucks still has it. Try it if they do. Hot tip. So lastly, you might get a customer who's in a hurry, right? You can tell when they rush in, hey, it looks like you're on a mission. What brings you in? Right? And that's a great and easy way to connect with them and also offer them a hand without using the word help. So another fun idea is to come up with a list of greetings as a staff, right? Get your team involved. And these are things that you can kind of just cycle through. And as you train together, you're going to build each other's strengths up. So ultimately, guys, with your greetings, be authentic, make sure it's appropriate for your customer, and have fun with it. All right, guys, happy retailing.